Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Coming in and sitting down because today we're going to be talking about Hobby Lobby. Chances are you've stepped into this arts and crafts store at one point in your life. Passing by, you may assume there's nothing out of the ordinary. What lies inside, however, is a store with a strange and controversial history. This is mostly due to the company's dedication to upholding their evangelical Christian beliefs. Not only are they often the butt of the jokes for this, but they've also participated in some really scummy behavior in their efforts to push these kinds of views, right? Also, most egregious of all, they say everything's on sale all the time. I don't believe it. It's 100% that's just what the price is and they're telling you it's on sale. I don't fucking believe you. So let's look at what kind of place Hobby Lobby really is. Hobby Lobby is a retail store that was founded in 1972 in Oklahoma City by a man named David Green. What started as a home business selling picture frames evolved slowly over the years until today, where it's seen as one of the largest privately owned American companies with revenue reaching over $8 billion as of last year. I didn't know the motherfuckers were pushing picture frames like that. That's insane. It is pretty crazy. The stores themselves are like any other home goods and arts and crafts stores, right? Except with an aggressive focus on religious and hyper-conservative values. It's common to see signs that read like, "We don't call 911," as well as the abundance of crucifixes in all shapes and sizes, which I just gotta say, just because you're a religious person, you might be conservative, doesn't mean that, you know, not knocking you for that, but I'm just saying these signs, they suck. All right. And also, to be fair, if I want fucking arts and crafts, do I want people shoving their beliefs in my face all day?
What if I like those beliefs?
I guess I didn't think about that. Many art pieces often include reference to scenes from the Bible, to the point where customers see it as incredibly tacky. Well, depends on which customer you are.
The toilet paper with the finger going out.
The toilet paper with the finger going out, I gotta say, fucking rules, actually. I know I just dogged them, but the finger toilet paper thing, that actually sick.
You know, it'd be even funnier if you had like a little poo finger. Like at the end of the picture, just a little poo.
That would be funny. That definitely wouldn't be fucking absolutely disgusting. Younger generations ridicule the store for its live, laugh, love style of cringy, relatable products. So much so that it's become a trend to go into stores and jokingly read the signs out loud.
I think I like this little life.
$8 billion a year. Bitch, what am I supposed to tell you? Beyond that, Hobby Lobby has fully embraced artificial intelligence by selling what clearly looks to be AI art, some of which include glaringly obvious design errors, which I gotta say, that's every store at this point. I feel like every store I've gone in, I'm like, oh boy.
It's the vendors they buy from that are doing the AI art, so. But they don't care. They're just like, oh,
yeah, I don't give a fuck. We'll put it on the shelf. I'll just a little monkey with a hat on him. How do they do that? As a whole, Hobby Lobby has the reputation of selling incredibly low-quality art supplies and novelty products, and is believed by many artists to be in a noticeable decline. I remember back in the day, I used to get my Micron pens there, right? Because you'd be like, I gotta go there, I'm gonna get some paper to draw and some Micron pens. That used to be where you go. I went there recently. Despite this, some older people are incredibly moved by their products. One woman films her husband being reduced to tears over a painting of a cow sitting at a dining table.
Are you crying?
Why did that make me cry?
Oh.
And I just want to say this. If I could feel anything remotely that pure, my hat's off to him. Or do you think it's mental illness?
I thought it was performative, but it could be mental illness.
However, if you've already heard of Hobby Lobby before the video, it's likely not because of their products. You probably know them for their weird religious activity. Hobby Lobby does not shy away from the fact that religion is baked into every facet of their business.
Actually, wealth can be a curse, and so we don't create wealth. We see ourselves as really stewardships of the profits that we earn.
One of the biggest stories to come out from the company was their unwillingness to provide forms of birth control as part of their health insurance plan.
Just want to take a second to thank our sponsor GamerSupps for being one of our best sponsors, if not the best sponsor on this channel, and for giving us so much support, and for having amazing, tasty, quality products like our own flavor, raw meat, that you can order right now. It's amazing energy supplement. There's caffeine-free options, and everything has 0 sugar, baby. So if you're trying to get off the sody pops and get into something tasty, consider raw meat GamerSupps. I'm telling you, it's amazing. You can't go wrong with any of their flavors, and they also have big tittied anime shakers that, you know, if you get your rocks off to that, I consider it because they're pretty sexy. It gets me stiff in my pants. So thank you GamerSupps for sponsoring this episode, and hey, check out raw meat. It's seriously the best flavor. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Raw meat if you're trying to get a nice caffeinated beverage. Thank you. Back to the video. To be fair, and I'm gonna say, listen,
throw a dog a bone and let him have the birth control stuff. At the same time, every person I've ever seen in there is 76 years old, so they're probably like, it's barren and it's nature's birth control. You think Gladys is can go out here? Uh-oh. Can you imagine? Could you actually imagine your 83-year-old coworker?
Last night I got in. Last night I was rolling around in the hay and a little bit of, baby gravy maybe got in. I mean, she's just like, hey, could I get a pill? I mean, what is the guy like? Are you serious?
At that point, that is a miracle. If a 70-year-old.
I'm saying if you saw a 75, 76-year-old woman with a belly bump, I mean, I'd be like, you better, I've got to go to church.
She wants to suck that thing out.
And she wants to.
She's having second thoughts.
Yeah, if anything, at that point, I thought I was a CEO, I'd be like, this is seriously a miracle. Even I'd go down there. I'd be like, that's probably Superman. You're giving birth to something. I don't know. It could even be what if it's the Antichrist?
Well, Christians want the Antichrist to come because then they go to heaven. That's the coming of Jesus.
That's the rapture.
That's the rapture.
Imagine the woman that you work with at Hobby Lobby, the 75-year-old Gladys, is the signifier of the rapture. Oh! You just see that motherfucker like this inside her belly.
Yeah, the horns are poking too.
Yeah, she's just like, his name's gonna be Derek. In this house, we don't call 911.
She's red-pilled by that point. Yeah, she's based. Gladys is definitely based. Probably got deep by like a 22-year-old veteran. This led to a widely publicized lawsuit in which Hobby Lobby succeeded in setting a new precedent that allowed some corporations to deny certain contraceptives to their employees based on religious reasons. Hey, you know what I don't like about that? You're going out of your way to be a dick, right? Well, yeah, fuck off, dude. It's kind of a God-given miracle that man was able to, I mean, take this and you will not have a child. I mean, how crazy is that?
They need a male version.
It's called a condom.
Well, tired of leaving it up to the woman.
You're talking about, so what you're saying is that you want a pill where it's like, it also comes with a slingshot device that you put in and you have to hit her, she has to consume it and boom. Perfect.
Yeah, it's like a little dart that gets injected in them.
Every man becomes like a Rambo at that point up in a tree. Yeah, or it's just a blow dart. Damn it. All right, I'm not pregnant now.
I meant a man takes the pill and fucking dissolves your sperm.
I kind of wish there was a way, I wish there was a switch. Imagine the future, the same people who came up with the light switch came up with a thing where you stick into your balls, your testicles, and you're able to just...
Oh, yeah. Or, you had a second hole that, like, kind of like a train switch. Like, you could, if you wanted to come out the B hole.
This is getting to insane levels of autism, dude. It's like a train. I'm a conductor. When I want to make left to go and make jisms, I turn it to the left. I thought we are getting on the. I mean, come on, we're gonna need a spit bib and a hard hat after a while. Better watch out. Similar to companies like Chick-fil-A, which also hold Christian values, they too are not open on Sundays. Not only that, but they refuse to celebrate Halloween or sell any horror-themed decorations, seeing it as pagan holiday that should not be respected or acknowledged. I think you know what they need to do. Hobby Lobby could be in a market where, what if they had like a fucking sick-looking Jesus thing? Put that in your yard. That'd be creepy as fuck. They think it's like, oh, stop the spirit. I'm like, can you imagine that? Praise the Lord! Like that, whatever.
That'd be scary.
No, that'd be scary. Not only are there stores known to play Christian music, but some employees have even noted that sermons are played for all employees before the store opens and closes.
So if you ever find yourself crying or getting teary-eyed, just know they're playing some worship music. I feel his presence in here.
Christian music, dude? Some Creed? Oh.
My uncle is a Christian man.
Love your uncle's Christian rock band. It is so good. Unironically. Unironically, I was like, God damn. Turn up in my car show. I was like, this shit fucking, this rips. They go even further to push their beliefs by putting out newspaper advertisements about Jesus Christ, something David Green claims he felt commissioned by God to do since as far back as 1995, which I just want to say, it's always people that feel like they've been talking with God. It's a little bit of narcissism, isn't it? You taught me David Green, you're selling paints and picture frames, dude. God told me to do so. No. In 2021, they received heavy backlash for posting a full-page ad on Independence Day attempting to prove that the U.S. is meant to have Christian-run government. Okay, once again, this is an art store. Starting in 2022, religious advertisements started to release on all platforms, with some showing up during multiple Super Bowl commercials, which I just want to say, so, I mean, it's like, for a 30-second commercial, I think it's like $2 to $10 million.
Oh, well, they got the funds.
They got the funds. And to spread the good word, he's probably just like, God, I'm a good person.
Yeah.
God. Isn't that right, Gladys? Her just uterus is open. Like goat man's coming out of it. It was created by an ad campaign called He Gets Us, which has spent hundreds of millions of dollars thus far, with reported plans to spend around $1 billion within its first 3 years. Uh-oh. Whoa. The ad consisted of various pictures showing people getting their feet washed, an act that's supposed to be symbolic of humility and forgiveness of sinners. Most, however, just saw it as judgmental, creepy, and vaguely horny, if I'm being honest. Did you see those? I've seen those. He gets us. He just gets us. One ad in particular tries to explain how we should just love our enemies the way Jesus did. And the images of the advertisement depict minorities and liberal-looking people as evil sinners who are seen shrieking at cops and country boys, right? The good uns. I guess I should just like them. These sinners, these freaks. Look at that woman with a ring in her nose. Septum pierce theory. Hobby Lobby has a lot of strange commercials as well. Often, they're filled with ham-fisted morals and seem to cater to a much older religious people. In one Christmas commercial, for example, an overworked mom is seen working tirelessly to clean up after her gamer son. After realizing how lucky he is to have her, he suddenly decides to sell all of his video games to purchase Christmas decorations and surprise her. Yeah, right, dude. Talk about a fucking fictional story. That motherfucker be Mom, get up here! Be like that kind of thing.
He's using her credit card to buy like riot points or whatever.
Yeah, riot points and vape juice and shit. Blowing fat clouds in there, ordering fucking escorts and stuff like that. That's my stocking stuffer. Employees of Hobby Lobby often voice their frustrations online. As you would expect, they meet all sorts of strange customers. Which I want to say, going into a Hobby Lobby, it is very odd because it's like, there's always somebody in there, shopper, but they never have anything in their cart. Everyone has a cart and they're walking aimlessly around like a labyrinth, which leads me to believe, do they hire people to just walk around the store to make it seem there's people in there? I'm telling you, go to a Hobby Lobby, you'll find someone in there and they're just walking around with nothing in their cart. Looking at like fucking wreaths. And also everything has like cinnamon on it. It smells like cinnamon everywhere. You know what I mean? But they're just looking, kind of reminds me of like Scientology. Many of them swear by Hobby Lobby, these strange customers, treating it like their second home. Their love runs so deep that it becomes common for them to visit other stores like Michael's or Joann Fabrics to brag about how great Hobby Lobby is in comparison. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, the store's okay. It's just no Hobby Lobby.
Those are again paid actors.
Crisis actors. Yeah, 100%. Do you think it's recruiters? Do you think the same actors that go in, they're just like, it's so weird. It's weird because it's actually a better price at Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, it's advertising. That's the $1 billion budget.
That has to be a part of the $1 million budget. One Hobby Lobby employee was asked by a customer if he had any experience with planting. The customer proceeds to tell them that his uncle has created a type of dust that is incapable of getting wet, which he claims is so important that it can save the country. And during his rant, he started explaining how Obama failed to save homes from the flooding and how the dust could also be used to clog up and stop BP oil spills. The worker was then asked to try and make him the dust he was referring to which he said no, and walked away. You think you can hook me with some of that dust? No, I don't think I will, actually. Gassing yourself up real big. That sounds great. I could actually have a leak in my garage. No. There's no way. First off, if you're making miracle dust, there's no way you're not carrying around sandbags. Yeah, pockets of dust. I should fix it. Like, dude, what the f? You just, he's like, no, don't mess with it. Because that's the answer. And Obama did a bunch, I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah. In one case, a woman chastised the company for selling candy in multiple locations of the store. She tries to start a movement by having people commit to an agreement and to tag their social media page to stop this.
I don't need to walk through and see all that stuff. I don't want my kids asking for things when we check out. There's got to be a way to do this. Let's talk Hobby Lobby. And for those of you who agree, please comment and tag them below.
What? What? I don't know. In a particularly absurd story, Christian parents were in an uproar after seeing that potentially demonic products were being sold in the Hobby Lobby stores. A supposed member of the Satanic Temple played a prank on the company by using Midjourney AI, and she created a fake image of Hobby Lobby aisle stocked with what appears to be satanic pillars. The post started to spread, leaving older, less tech-savvy Christian adults in complete shock. Which I gotta say, that's the perfect prank for like Facebook adults. Why would the adults believe that that was real?
Because
it's in a picture and it's in front of them.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
And it's on Facebook. There's a huge there's a huge prank going on where people are taking photos in the room and putting an AI homeless man in it and then sending it to their parents being like, I let this guy in.
I've seen that, yeah. And then the parents like, what the? Which, to be fair, if I was a parent, I'd be like, wait, what? But like a giant pillars, I'd be like, what? That's fake.
Would you let a homeless person in?
No.
I always thought if
they're homeless, they're not supposed to be in a home. Okay, that's a prank. That was a joke. I would probably even like someone I've never met. I'll never let you in my home.
If someone knocked on the door and said, "Hey, I got a job interview. Can I take a shower?"
No. What? You look fine. Put on the blind.
What if they said, "Can I use your garden hose for a shower?"
All right. But if he sat there and I'll tell you this. He turned on the door. And if he was like pulled out like actual tiny shampoos, I'd probably open up the door. All right, come on in.
See, he just fell for it. Then now he pulls out a knife.
At least he'd smell good, killing me, I guess. That's a commitment, though. I'm washing myself.
Yeah, in the hopes that you'd have a change of heart.
Yeah, exactly. I feel oddly compelled to let this man in. One of the most contentious parts of the working for Hobby Lobby is that, unlike basically every other retailer, they refuse to use barcodes. Really? You think it has to do with satanic? It's probably satanic symbols and barcodes? Yeah. Back in the 1980s, people started to fear that UPC barcodes actually hid secret references to the mark of the beast.
But these numbers are always sandwiched in between these three spacer symbols, here, here, and here. Two vertical lines with the space between them. But here's what's strange. Whenever the number 6 appears in a barcode, it's also represented by two vertical lines with the space between them.
A rumor had begun to spread that Hobby Lobby, following the evangelical Christian values, feared this and decided to do everything manually as a precaution. According to David Green himself, however, it's simply because he feels that it's more accurate to have humans take inventory rather than trust computers. Does he understand how computers work? Despite this claim, it actually just makes ringing customers up way more time-consuming and tedious because they have to manually type in each price on top of memorizing their unique discounts that change constantly. Once again, I don't believe that's even real discounts. One 6-year-old new employee found herself making small mistakes trying to learn the system, which led to a large man screaming at her and threatening to beat her ass in the parking lot over a single candle he was trying to purchase, which I want to say was a bit excessive by the man. Come on. Unless he was just sitting there, she's like, oh, God, I don't know. And he's like, can I just leave? No, no. Megan has he's like, I'll kick your ass.
Stop yelling at me. I'm pregnant.
What if she was there for like literally 20 minutes trying to ring up one candle?
I'd leave. I would leave. I would leave after 3 minutes. I would leave after 2 minutes, Nick. Do I need the Hobby Lobby candle? What flavor is it? What scent could it be? It's cinnamon. It's cinnamon. And I'd be like, I'll just fucking go buy some Febreze.
Sorry, I'm pregnant. He's kicking.
It's like,
whoa, whoa. He's singing.
Like, huh? Well, your baby's doing what?
He sings to me.
Can you imagine a 6-year-old with pregnant? She looks at you with her fucking swollen ass belly. You're like ringing it up or whatever. And she's just like,
it's not good. There's something bad inside me.
I gotta tell you, that'd keep my ass up at night. Are you kidding me?
He's saying your name.
The guy's like, I haven't told you my name. She's like,
Stephen.
Can you imagine being right?
Hunter.
Man, that's why he's starting to beat her ass. I'll fucking kill you.
I can't die. I just can't feel. My soul was burned a long time ago.
That'd be so fun. I'm actually scared myself. Like, can you imagine that? An old pregnant woman being like, my soul was burned along. It was burned in a lake of fire.
That's worth an ass kicking.
Before she even talks. One man who had been working there for 10 years was abruptly fired because he patted a customer's arm to console them because he was disappointed that he had to wait a day to get his photos framed. I don't want to say, don't touch me. At one Hobby Lobby location, an employee was asked to jump into a trash compactor to fix it after their poor maintenance caused it to break down. Hey, Hunter, quick tip. I'll pop me quick tip. Hey, don't jump in a trash compactor, okay? Just gonna repeat that again. Don't jump in a trash compactor. Don't put your arm in a don't go near a trash compactor if you don't have to. I saw a guy break his fingers on one time. They had it was to compress cardboard boxes down, you know, to flatten them. And like people because like when they go down, some boxes start to come out. So you like press them back in. When he was pressing them back in, it caught it and he couldn't grab it. And
did they come off?
Yeah. Or no, they kept on, but they were mangled. They had to be removed. So he's fingerless. What was funny enough though is we called him Shaka Bra because these left. So they was all stubs and they would do that. We're like, yo, 15 years old, not understanding the real situation.
What job was this?
It's like a grocery store. It's common for employees to be injured on the job, especially when working in stock room doing physical labors. One man, however, found that the company was unwilling to accept injuries they'd caused. Neil Roberts was shocked to find out that the company hired a new slew of private investigators to confirm his back injury was real before offering him workman comp. $8 billion company. Got an investor, Inspector Gadget, whatever they're there. One investigator took things a step too far when he tried to sneak a GPS tracking device onto his vehicle. He was also followed and photographed for a long period of time. I should say bad investigators so they know he's being photographed. Tell it, boys. One of the most obnoxious things that Hobby Lobby seems to be known for is stalking and profiling. Did not see that coming. One video showcases two employees burying their heads in clothing racks to spy on another customer for 10 minutes.
It's the inspector.
I'm telling you, it's the Inspector Gadget thing. Go Gadget subtlety. A lot of people who speak out about being followed often just so happen to be people of color who, or those who have tattoos. And because of this, Hobby Lobby is accused of profiling people who just don't fit the description of clean-cut evangelical Christians. Why aren't you following them? Said the pregnant old woman. She's fine. I'm more worried about you. This pales in comparison to one of the wildest stories to come out from the Green family. What I'm referring to is the Museum of the Bible. Oh. The Museum of the Bible was created in 2010 by the Green family and officially launched in 2017, costing upwards of $500 million. The goal, according to the nonprofit behind it, is to bring to life the living word of God, to tell its compelling story of preservation, and to inspire confidence in the absolute authority and reliability of the Bible. Part of what makes the museum so impressive is that it contained thousands upon thousands of historical objects and artifacts. Many of these artifacts were being gathered by David's son since as far back as 2009. The fact that they were able to acquire so many in a span of 6 to 7 years was incredibly suspicious. That's pretty suspicious. Very, very suspicious. How'd you get that? David, how'd you get that? The truth eventually came to light. And less than a year after opening to the public, Hobby Lobby, one of the main donors, was fined $3 million for illegally importing thousands of unique artifacts. One of the items claimed to be illegally purchased was a 3,500-year-old clay tablet known as the Gilgamesh Dream Tablet, which was acquired in 2014. It was soon understood that many other objects, like the supposed Dead Sea Scroll fragments in their possession, were forged and purchased without properly proving their authenticity. Over time, more and more items had to be returned from the museum to both Iraq and Greece, and out of 40,000 artifacts the museum originally boasted, around 13,000 were returned. And while the museum now promises to properly authenticate its pieces and respect the acquisition process going forward, it's still heavily criticized today for its shady behavior. Others simply hate the museum as they believe its purpose is less about historical and religious education and more about trying to brainwash people into becoming a Christian, which they refuse. I just want to say too, I think it's so funny that they're just like, I didn't think I should. I didn't know I should. I thought that was Jesus Christ. It's just a dead guy's body. Also, the Dead Sea Scrolls. I read those, like I thought those like where those are like on tour. Like that's like something. Have you ever heard of those? I saw they were in like they were in like the show in Kansas City where like behind all this glass and stuff. But it was like, I don't think they're just like, all right, fine, we'll sell them. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure like it's probably like some kind of government owns them or some shit like that. I don't know. If there's anything to take away from this video, it's that Hobby Lobby is surely one of the stranger retail stores we've covered. At least at the Goodwill outlets, you know what you're getting right off the bat, right? Insane people scrounging for a deal. With Hobby Lobby, there's this uncomfortable feeling that there are strange things happening behind the scenes. But if you want cheaply printed AI art and a unique crucifix for every day of the week, go nuts. Just make sure you look over your shoulder, because someone's probably watching you. We will see you in the next one, guys. Hey, praise God.
Hallelujah.